Kill 'Em All is number 7. Let's talk about it. So if your first instinct was, what the hell, 7? That's way too low. I'm telling you right now, you need to get that type of sentiment out early. If you're approaching this list thinking that I'm just going to be saying the same stuff that thousands of people have said over the past 30 or 40 years with this band, I'm telling you, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. So yeah, this is my Family Guy Godfather moment. I just do not care for Kill 'Em all that much. And if you saw where this was placed before I revised the list, oh, y'all would have been angry. Y'all would have been mad at me. I actually had to be convinced to bump this record up, mainly out of respect for, what it brought to the band, what it did for just thrash metal as a whole. I can't ignore that. So I had to bump it up a few spots. But yeah, Kill 'Em All, not my favorite album. I don't know if it's just the production of it. I don't like the production. The guitars sound great. The bass sounds fine. The drums sound there's something else. You can barely hear the bass pedal. And, Metallica and bass, that's just a whole other... We'll get to that, trust me. But you can barely hear the bass pedal, and it doesn't help that Lars didn't know how to play the drums whenever he was recording it. You can make the argument that Lars never learned how to play the drums. I'm kidding. But, yeah, he was still learning how to play with this album. If you listen to a lot of the isolated drum tracks, you can tell. You can easily tell. But, I want to do something different with this one because I usually write out a script, but I just want to go song by song. There's 10 songs, so I think that's a good number to talk about. So let's get into it. My name is TJ Stevens. This is going to be Kill 'Em All. So first off, we got Hit the Lights. Hit the Lights, it's a great song. It's a great song, and probably the first Metallica song ever written, and if not that, one of the first songs that anybody has ever heard from Metallica, because it's the first one off the record. I don't mind Kill 'Em All. It's a lot of these songs are a lot more fun for me to play than to actually listen to. So I don't mind Hit the Lights. The Four Horsemen, though, the next track, The Four Horsemen, brosive. I love me some Four Horsemen. The only part that pisses me off, though, is that whenever they play this song live, they never do the bridge part. And I think it's because somebody said that it sounded like too much like Sweet Home Alabama, which I can get, but they never played that part live up until, 2011, 2012, when they had their 30-year anniversary show. Then they finally played it. I believe Jeb Bush. Is it Jeb Bush? Hold on, let me check that. I got my laptop here. I'm like, not Jeb Bush. Oh my God. Jeb. The politician. Not him. No, not him. Hold on. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot. It's gonna kill me. It was John Bush. John Bush. God, forgive me for for forgetting a John, man. Yeah, from Armored Saint. He actually did lead vocals for the band, so it was interesting seeing Metallica as a 5-piece, but with him they did the bridge and it sounded great. It's like one of my favorite parts of this album is that bridge. It's going to be a common theme, but yeah, Four Horsemen, definitely one of the best tracks. Motor Breath is interesting. Motor Breath because I don't really I used to be so crazy about Motor Breath back in the day, but recently it kind of fell off. When I went to go see them in 2017, though, they played Motor Breath, and I was just like, oh shit, they brought this one out. So it's cool. I like it, but not going to be my top 15 favorite Metallica songs. Neither will Jump in the Fire be in the top 15. I'm sorry. Jump in the Fire does not do much for me. Bitchin' Track, just not the first one I'm going to put on from this record. Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth, Cliff Burton's first masterpiece. We'll call it that. So, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bump this album up. For respect for Cliff, because his work on this album is phenomenal. Pulling Teeth it's definitely going to be your number one example of that statement. His bass playing is just, it's phenomenal. Again, it's just phenomenal. And he really paved the way for future bassists that would end up joining Metallica. And it's a shame that we lost him so soon, but he made his time worth it for sure. And so Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth, if you wanted to like have an isolated bass track and see what he's all about, check out Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth. And then we got Dick Rash. Come on, man. That's just a bona fide classic. If you know, you know. I know it's not called that, but I love that song so much. It's actually much better live. Look up the 1989, 88 live performance of Whiplash. Brother, I'm telling you, you're going to be in for a good time. Phantom Lord, mid as fuck. Phantom Lord is mid as fuck until, again, we get to that bridge. And then it suddenly becomes a top 10 Metallica song. I love that bridge whenever it goes very clean. It's like, da-da-da-da-da-da. I love that part so much. It's the only part I ever learned on guitar from that song. But yeah, Phantom Lord's mid until you get to that bridge. No Remorse. I don't give a fuck about No Remorse. Hot take. I'm sorry. I don't give a single solitary fuck about No Remorse or the closer, Metal Militia. Objectively, not their worst closer. We'll get to that. Trust me. We will get to that. But for me, my least favorite closer of all the Metallica albums, just off the dome. If I like go and search up, there might be another one. But yeah, I don't like Metal Militia. I definitely don't like No Remorse. The only time I like it is just like, or without it. Like, that's the only part I like. Seek and Destroy, though, the penultimate track before our closer, perfect. Perfect song, no notes. I love Seek and Destroy. It's one of their greatest songs ever. That's why they used to close with Seek and Destroy. I don't know if they still close with it, but they used to close it. And they had these big, giant, like, yoga balls popping out from the ceiling at one point. I remember that. I think James like kicked a ball into somebody. I can't remember, but yeah, those used to be dangerous back in the day. I had to look it up. It was Kirk. He kicked one of the balls into a kid's face. She went flying. I felt so bad. I forgot about that. Oh my god. And he realizes it like 2 seconds later. He's like, oh shit. Oh, poor little thing. Oh man. But she ended up okay, you know. It's not like a brick was thrown at her face like Home Alone. Oh my god, I felt so bad. But yeah, look at that video. It's an old video, so she's probably reminiscing about that right now. That'd be weird to say. Yeah, Kirk Hammett kicked a fucking yoga ball in my face while he was performing. A lot of people can say that, I guess. But yeah, that's my honest opinion about Kill 'Em All. And trust me, I tried to like love this album. I'm on Wikipedia right now, and like I'm seeing 5 stars, 4.5, 9 out of 10. Somebody gave it 3 stars. That's my type of person. I'm kidding. Kerrang gave it 5 stars. Metal Forces 10. Pitchfork gave it an 8.6. If you know anything about Pitchfork, those bastards don't like anything. So 8.6 out of 10. I'm just like, man, I wish I could appreciate this album as much as I should, but I didn't start listening, like really getting into Metallica until I was like 13, 14 maybe. By that time, we're talking like 2008, 2009. So I definitely wasn't hip to Kill 'Em All at that point. And then whenever I finally got it, I still was just like, yeah, I do not care for The Godfather. That's just how I feel about it. I'm sorry. So that was Kill 'Em All. I'm sure this is going to be a very polarizing review, so go ahead and let me know where it would place on your list. Would you place it higher, lower, or take it off entirely? As always, let me know down below, and stay tuned.